If you've ever been a part of a student group that needed to have an event on campus, there's no doubt you've been told you need to have this event form signed by Brittany Perkins, who is the events manager here at Rider. So welcome, Brittany, to Rider Real Time. Even though I just messed up your title, what is your official title here at Rider?
Coordinator of Auxiliary Services.
Okay, well, it's events management for the most
I do all the event
part.
logistics on campus.
Well, welcome to Real Time for your first time ever.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, is this a true happy or a Nick
I'm
dragged
really
me here?
excited. I'm anxious, but I'm excited at the same time.
Okay,
So.
I was going to ask you a question later in rapid fire, but I'll ask you this right now because I know you're a fan of the show. Who's been your favorite Rider Real Time guest?
I would have to give credit to my boss, Jill Shockley.
Yeah.
She was the first guest you ever had.
That's true.
And I think she did a great job, and she was on it several times,
Yeah.
right? So I would have to give credit to her.
Well, you know, the funny story was the first ever taping of Rider Real Time. I don't think we've ever told this story on here. Is Jill and I taped the entire show, and we're ready to up and leave, and they found out there was no tape in or there was no memory card or whatever. They weren't really filming
man.
it. So they had basically just been testing our voice the entire time, and we didn't know that. I think the students that were working on it had forgotten that. So then we had to redo the whole show, and it was just, I truly believe the first episode of Real Time would have been great if we hadn't had to redo it. The official first show, though, not the best.
No.
Not the best. So anyway, welcome here. So now, how long have you been here, Ryder?
About a year and a half.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. It's been that, I thought it was longer than that,
Yeah,
actually.
I started March 2010, so.
Okay. So you've seen a lot. You've seen commencements and
Yes.
concerts and major campus events, all that kind of stuff. So when you got here, what was your first impressions here at Ryder?
Well, I came from Marriott. I worked, as an event manager for Marriott, and just totally different, a lot more laid back. I didn't have to wear a suit every day, and I really liked it. I got to meet a lot of people,
Yeah.
met a lot of different people, so it was a good impression.
So
good
what
impression.
has changed since, like, from when you first got here to now? Have your thought processes of Ryder changed at all?
I wouldn't say that at all. Just, I'm more comfortable in my job and
Yeah.
knowing everything like that. But no, it's always been a friendly community. And even before I came here, when, I announced to my friends and family that I was coming to Ryder, they
Yeah.
said, oh, I know someone that works there that loves it because of the community and everybody knows everybody. So I still get that feeling.
Had you been to Ryder before you interviewed here, or had any reason of knowing much about Ryder?
I applied to Ryder. And
As a student?
As a student, yes.
Okay.
And I just came on campus, and at that point, I think I had in my mind that I was going to go to the school I went to.
Yeah.
And but that was the only other time I was at Ryder.
Okay. Well, by the time when you would have applied here to what it is now, it's vastly different.
It's very, very different.
Yeah, I arrived at Ryder in 2003, and to think back, I can't even picture that school now, which is just so crazy because you come here and you see the Student Recreation Center, and before that was there, it was basketball courts.
Right.
You see the new building. Before we were there, when I would walk there, I remember walking past the volleyball nets, which you wouldn't even know about at this point. I think just like new students will just remember the new building, the new academic building where it is. I mean, that was never there, nor West Village. So, well, very cool, and we're certainly very, very happy to have you here. So you work on these major events, okay? What is usually your role with this thing?
It depends if I work with faculty or staff or the students. A lot of times I have to guide the students, to what they need. I'm mostly event setup, so what kind of tables, chairs. I ask questions like, what's your program about,
Sure.
to see, what type of setup, if they need a stage, if they're in a bigger room like Kavala.
Yeah.
Things like that, because if you're having a seminar, you just need chairs.
Yeah.
But if you're having, a lecture that you might need to write something down, you need tables and chairs.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So what's your favorite event to work on here on campus?
My favorite event, I guess fall opening would be my favorite event.
Really?
Yeah, just because it is a lot of preparation and I have to work with a lot of people, but just the day of, because, it's the new students, they're coming in. And
So who do you work with for that fall opening?
I work with Ira Mayo, the Dean of
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
Ira Mayo.
Yes.
I was something about Ira Mayo. Ira
Yeah.
Mayo was the first guest of this season, and Ira Mayo. Did you watch the episode?
I did not. I missed that one. I apologize.
Well, you obviously haven't seen any of the episodes since then, so now you've just been outed on
Yes,
Ryder Real Time for not
okay.
being a true fan of the show. Dean Mayo is a man who I have respected for the past 9 years. He's the first person I remember seeing at Ryder because I was a student here as well, so he would have been for my fall movement. So it was an honor for me to have him on the show. I've been building up to having one of the deans, and here's Dean Mayo is here on Real Time. and he told me I need to lose weight on my own show. In fact, if you don't believe it, I'm going to ask you to, look at the screen right here for a moment, and you'll see him being very rude to me. Because I worked fall opening, as you know, with a pain in my tooth, which turned out to be a wisdom tooth, breaking the tooth next to it, causing a root to be exposed.
We saw your face was a little swollen. We didn't want to tell you anything.
Well, so as you can see, Ira Mayo didn't have the same feelings about me as I did for him.
Right.
Which is a shame. I would have hoped the love would have been a little bit more.
Right.
So, but fall opening is a wonderful time of the year.
It is.
So what else? What other larger events that you work on kind of stand out?
Cranberry Fest. I love Cranberry Fest, which I get to work with you.
Do you really enjoy it?
Yes.
Working with me?
It's like besides fall opening, it's like it's the biggest event afterwards.
Sure.
And yeah, I really like working with you because you're easy to work with. You know what you want, and it's.
I was asked to ask you what was my craziest diva demand for an event.
Craziest diva demand. I don't think you have one.
My students last year used to call me, is it Ari or Ari from Entourage?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't view myself like that in the context of like my larger events when they happen. But apparently I get quite demanding during the concerts and that kind of stuff. What did you think of the Jason Derulo concert that you were
Oh, it was great. He was really nice. I didn't meet him, but he came down my hallway, which was like very exciting. And he just seemed really nice because he had that little, meet and greet afterwards.
Yeah, so you didn't get the chance to meet him.
No, I had to do something for a student at the time. I had to grab something or.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to meeting Lupe this year?
Oh, absolutely.
You don't even know who Lupe Fiasco is,
I don't know him. I don't know him.
Brittany, so what kind of music do you like?
I like country music. I'm a big country girl.
Okay.
So.
What are some of the artists that you really, really like?
My all-time favorite is Kenny Chesney. I've loved him since a sophomore in high school.
Is he the guy who was married to Renee Zellweger?
It is.
Who I hate.
Yeah, I hated that. I was so upset when that
happened. There's a great Family Guy clip where they allude to her looking like an anteater and actually eating the ants on a picnic day.
Oh, gosh.
She's got that scrunched face, and
This
nobody
true.
likes Renee Zellweger. Just like nobody likes Jada Pinkett Smith, and nobody wants to say it.
Oh.
The only reason she gets invited places is because of who she's married to.
This is true.
Would she really have been invited to the Oprah finale episode?
Oh.
I think not.
I don't think so either.
No. So you're newly enrolled into graduate school here, Ryder.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
Yes.
I'm finishing up my work in that program this year. I'll be done in May, walking and graduating. What's it like for you to be balancing the professional and the educational?
It's definitely harder than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I did go into the program with a big expectation that there was going to be a lot of work. Not being in school for 4 years, coming,
It's tough.
yeah, and trying to write a paper and like things that students now take for granted. Being able to do. It's just how do you get your thoughts together? And I have my first project due next week, so I'm really,
Gosh.
I'm nervous, but I'll be okay.
You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. It adds a whole another level of stress, to an already stressful workday. So what has been your most stressful project here, Ryder?
Like one of my events?
Yeah.
Or anything? Maybe not one of my events. Right now, just opening up the 2 buildings and trying to get everything ready for them. So my job kind of shifts towards that sometimes. I'm working on the little things, that happens when opening buildings.
Yeah. Cool. Well, then on the flip side of that, what has been your best day at work?
My best day at work.
We always try to look for the positive here.
Yeah. I don't know. Every day is a pretty good day. I get to work with people I really enjoy working with. And one of the things I really enjoy about my job is it's like a puzzle, trying to figure out how everything's going to work out from event to event. And, when everything does work out, and they usually do, 99.9% of the time. But, every day is a good day.
Well, one of the people you work with is Carson Langenfelder.
Yes.
Now, despite my encouragement for the past Ryder Real-Time guests to put a challenge to him, he's still the most viewed guest on the episode on Vimeo. Doesn't that drive you crazy?
Yes.
Carson says that he had the Oprah effect on Ryder Real-Time. So I'm going to put the challenge to you. Do you believe you can get the views above him on Vimeo?
Oh, definitely.
How are you going to do this?
I guess just telling people about the show, email blasting, putting it on Facebook myself.
Well, this week, I don't know if you saw it, and I actually don't know if the Ryder Real-Time staff has seen it, but Athletics has debuted a new show, which I don't know if it's airing on Run, but it's airing online. I do know that. The Bronx Hot Seat.
Okay.
And to Karen Torsha, I can say this. Sometimes imitation is not the highest form of flattery. It's just annoying. So that's my take on the Bronx Hot Seat.
Oh, okay.
In other words, I don't like any challenges to my throne. You know. But anyway, back to you. So you work with a lot of student groups on your as part of your position. Which are the ones that really stand out to you that you've worked with recently on some of their projects?
I really enjoy working with Dan Juden from ACS.
Oh, he's fun.
Yeah, because he's just really good to work with and flexible and not. I try to be as accommodating as I can to the students
Yeah.
and to anybody, but sometimes you just can't. You can't do certain things. Due to the regulations, and he's just very, flexible and like that. So I really enjoy working with him.
Your boss Jill has often said that Dan Juden looks like he could be Kathy Carter-Mero's son. From
Yeah.
our publications
Yeah,
office,
with the
I wish we could
glasses.
have like a split screen
Yeah.
picture of them. They look a lot alike,
they
which is
do.
really, really fun. So you're still here, a new professional here. Do you plan on being a writer for a long part of your professional career?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself going, though?
In the same department,
Okay.
working in events and things like that. I still don't know everything about writer and all the departments, but I really like what I do and the people I work with.
If you were forced to work in a different department, though, which do you think it would be?
Probably campus life. Just,
Really?
Yeah, just to get to know the students a little bit better.
You want to work with Vicky, don't you?
I do want to work with Vicky. Vicky seems great.
She's fun.
Yeah.
She's certainly fun. Well, you've passed the hard multi-word questions, but we're going to do rapid fire now here, which is a trademark of Writer Real Time, and now the Bronx Hot Seat does rapid fire as well. This is going to make for a very interesting Writer Real Time next week when I have her on the show for Magnus, by the way. So I'm going to ask you to give me quick answers to these basic questions to get to know you better, okay?
Okay.
What is your favorite season of the year?
Summer.
Summer, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like the fall.
The fall's good. I like the change of the seasons. I would never leave Jersey because of that, but I'd rather be hot than cold.
Yeah, I hate the change of seasons, actually.
Oh, really?
My allergies.
Oh yeah, you had
know,
a tough time this summer.
I have chronic sinusitis based on sinus infections.
Oh.
Your favorite TV show?
NCIS.
Really? Is that the guy
Yes.
with the weird haircut? Mark Harmon?
He does have a weird haircut.
No, isn't that what the show was known for?
I
don't
know. Yeah, it's about the name.
Okay, what's your favorite song of all time?
It's the Dirty Dancing song. I've had the time of my life.
Oh my God, that is such a bad song.
Why? It brings back good memories and to a great movie. And
Well, maybe
it
we
just-
can
my
play that
feel-
on the way out,
my
JT.
feel.
I've had the time of my life. Ugh, woof. Okay, what's your favorite campus tradition?
Cranberry Fest.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite comfort food? Because I'm a foodie.
Pasta. I could always go to pasta. Like
You're the
just
first
noodles.
person not to say mac and cheese.
Oh.
That's okay. It's just basic spaghetti or macaroni kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
mhm.
Okay. My thing is ice cream.
Oh really?
Yeah, with peanuts.
Do you put
Like,
peanuts on
cashews.
them, or would you rather have it like mixed in?
Well, I like to lay it on top and then just scoop and eat it
Oh, okay.
all together. Yeah.
Okay.
So what was your favorite real time episode? You said was Joe, but who is your favorite real time dream guest?
Could it be anyone?
It could
Like
be anyone.
in
I
the
mean,
world?
hopefully not. I mean, not famous. because
Oh.
I don't know if anyone famous is coming on here. Well, we're all famous in our own right.
Yeah. I guess Mort. Has Mort ever been on?
Mort has not been on. He is aware of real time. And I
Okay.
think he would be willing on showing up. I would like to save him for University Day.
Oh yeah.
You know who my dream guest would be? Someone who I literally find fascinating. Do you know JT Fetch? As I'm getting to know him better, he's the producer of the show. He was
Oh.
the guy who was just in here.
Oh,
He
sorry.
is fantastic, and I know he's going to make something big of himself. So
Yeah.
I want a video clip with me interviewing him one day. Can we do
That'd be-
that? Can we do that one day? Yes? What's your favorite scary movie?
Remember that Blair Witch Project? Is that scary?
That was not scary at all. And the fact
that's
that you
the
had
first-
to ask to remember it means you don't really think it's that scary either.
I tried to avoid scary, or maybe like Halle Berry was in it. It was about she was worked in a psych ward.
Gothica?
I think with the girl that kept coming back.
Yeah, you seem to love these movies really a lot. You know them so
I'm
well.
not a movie person. I don't watch a lot of
Okay,
movies.
so one of the things I've been asking everybody, well, there's 2 wrap-up questions, okay? The first one I would say is the trademark real-time thing. What is your favorite Madonna memory?
Could it be just like, it does have to be her on TV or
Anything.
I just remember, when I was little and my mom had this, party tape and Like a Virgin was one of the songs. I just remember dancing to it. I didn't really know at 5 years old what that
Would you want us
meant.
to clear the table and
No one needs to see that. But
were you doing like the full like
no, I was
tuck and
just
roll of Madonna on Like a Virgin?
No, it was just whatever I made up. I was in dancing school at the time, so
Gotcha.
I liked to dance.
So is that your favorite Madonna song?
Yeah, I guess that one.
Okay.
Like a Prayer.
Like a Prayer is a great Madonna song.
Yeah.
It's a great Madonna song. One of the things Oprah always says is, and Oprah and Madonna are the guiding principles of Write a Real Time. If you were to write a mission statement for this show, they would be on it. One of the things Oprah finishes every magazine she writes with is what she knows for sure, what she's learned in her life, what's one statement that really captures an element of her. What does Brittany Perkins know for sure?
One person once told me, let me get it right. More is said, after all is said and done, more is said than done. So I try to live by that. Like, I'm not going to just say I'm going to do something. I'm going to actually do it and things like that. So I would definitely say.
I like that.
Yeah. Someone told me that.
So walk the walk beyond just talking the talk.
Right. Yeah.
It takes that to a whole nother level. That's
Yeah.
great. I like that. I like that a lot. And I like you a lot. And I like the Write a Real Time audience a lot. And I'm so grateful for everybody who's been watching. And I hope everybody has had a wonderful week and has a wonderful week upcoming. Next week, we'll be joining you from Midnight Madness. So we look forward to having you here. The rumor has it I'm going head-to-head with the athletics department for the first time since the debut of my rival show. We'll see how that one goes. Have a great week, everybody.